Hi foodies, brown stew is one of those things that we as Caribbean people love. We do brown stew fish, brown stew chicken, brown stew beef, brown stew pork, so many things. So I had some shrimp at home and I decided, let's give it a go. Let's do some brown stew shrimp. So let's get into it. So I have some cleaned shrimp here, and all I did was I just drizzled on some olive oil, and then I went in with some black pepper, some Maggi chicken seasoning. You could use your favorite seafood seasoning if you want to. Then I added some paprika. Mix that together and we are good to go. All right. So when we're doing brown stew in the Caribbean, usually we use a few of these ingredients. We have ginger, garlic, some ketchup, Scotchbonnet, some soy sauce, scallion, onion, tomato. We have some fresh thyme, some allspice berries. So sometimes we use, all of those or some of those. So what we need to do now is just to sear the shrimp, all right? The same way we would, cook whatever meat we're brown stewing. So I'm just gonna cook these for a few minutes. It's shrimp, of course, so we don't want to overcook. So just cook on both sides. These are on the larger side, so we can probably do about 3 minutes total, depending on what size shrimp you're using, but make sure you use raw shrimp, guys. After you cook the shrimp though, I want you to remove this from the pan, because with the other brown stew dishes, sometimes we leave the meat in the pot and we cook it with the liquid because it can handle that. But shrimp, it's easy to overcook it. So we need to take this out of the pan, and then we're going to work on that little brown stew gravy. Then we'll add the shrimp back to the pan. So cook it on both sides and remove it from the pan. So I've taken out the shrimp and we're just going to cook up the veggies. So I'm going in with some onion, and then we have some nice bell peppers, really bright and colorful. I'm gonna add some minced garlic and minced ginger. And some tomato that was diced. I'll add some allspice berries. You can crush these if you prefer. And then some soy sauce. If you have Jamaican pica pepper sauce, you can definitely use that right at this point. Then in goes some ketchup. Everybody likes their brown stew their own way, so you can add or take away any ingredient that you want. But most times when Caribbean people do brown stew, these are some of the ingredients that we would put together. And then I add just a little bit of water. And then I'll go in with the fresh thyme. If you have a batch of green seasoning at home, you can definitely use it in this. I'm not using green seasoning today, but I'm adding some scallion there. So I have some of the ingredients that would be included in green seasoning. I have a whole Scotchbonnet. If you want to slice that up and make it spicy, go for it. I'm gonna add a little bit of sugar and a little bit of butter as well. As I said before, your kitchen, your rules. Leave out what you want to leave out and include what you want to include. I'm going to add some Maggi seasoning and black pepper as well. And remember, I said use whatever seasoning you like. just try to pick something that is really popular in Caribbean kitchens, okay? Try to get one of those brands. All we need to do now is just allow this to simmer a little bit more, okay? You can add a little more water and ketchup and soy sauce if you want to. And if you want the gravy to be super thick, you can always add a slurry, which is a mixture of a little flour and water, okay? So allow this to simmer, and then we will add the shrimp afterwards, because we don't want to cook the shrimp in the liquid for a long time, right? So toss these together, let it cook down a little bit to let the shrimp absorb all of those nice flavors, and then you will be good to go. This is super simple, really, really easy. And it doesn't take as long as brown stew in some of the other stuff that we love to cook in the Caribbean. So if you've never done brown stew, you can definitely give this a try. And if you want it to be spicy, you can prick the pepper or you can slice it up. But that's it. Gorgeous, delicious, really easy brown stew shrimp. It's a little different from all our other brown stew dishes that we do in the Caribbean, because we didn't use any browning and we didn't cook it for, a long time in the liquid. But guys, this was so simple and nice. A really delicious lunch. So give it a try now and let me know what you think. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.